Sports Show, time to talk Southern Footy League as always. The Prez joins us, Craig Warman. Craig, how are you, mate?
Good, boys. How are we?
Hey, mate, really interesting weekend of footy. Some of the scores, the results. We've probably got to talk about Flaggies and Ranella. Just such a big loss in that game. Ranella at home, 81-point loss to Flaggies.
First versus second, and you would have thought, Ranella at home, been in good form. You would have thought they would certainly come to play, but obviously, first quarter, Flaggies.
1 point.
Out of the gate.
1 point for Ranella.
Yeah.
47-1.
Unbelievable.
I've got to put this down to Billy.
Oh, being overseas. I think that he has to take some responsibility.
When the cat's away, the mice will play.
Well, the mice didn't even play.
Well, they didn't play, did they? That's right.
They ran away.
But that is a...
It's a big statement.
That's a big statement. That's right. That's the word you should use, because you're talking about the reigning premier at home, bang, and getting knocked off by 80.
Yeah.
There's a big comeback from there, isn't there? And say round two when they play again, that's going to be the game. It'll be at Flaggies.
Well, it's going to be interesting because that was round two.
Okay.
And the next time they meet, if they do, will be in the finals game.
Oh,
so it could well be a qualifying game to go to the grand final.
Were they at full whack? Ranella, did they have some problems, or was it just Flaggies played really well?
From what I'm led to believe, they were at full strength.
Yeah.
There was a rumour that Sam Jacobs wouldn't play, but apparently he did. He had his hand stitched and played with a protective glove on.
Yeah.
They apparently just too big and strong.
It's come from nowhere, that one. That
surprised me.
Came from nowhere.
It's a really interesting one because it's an 81-point win by Flaggies. Then we go to Noarlunga and Morphett Vale, and between the two of them, mate, they score 78 points. So obviously the storm rolled through on that ground. I think Noarlunga 6-6-42 to 4-7-31.
Yeah.
And you go, well, in 2 games, just a stark contrast.
Yeah. And there's not that much distance between Ranella and Morphett Vale.
Exactly right.
So, but on that particular game, Noarlunga, again, we talked about it last week, the old quiet achiever. They just keep chugging along, keep getting victories and just getting over the line. They're under strength at the moment, Noarlunga. So when they start getting a few of their more senior players back, we'll be certainly around the mark.
And Aldinga are a little surprise packet at the minute, aren't they? What's that, 3 in a row?
How good?
Well, it's great for the comp. It's great
good?
for the comp. Great for Aldinga, great for the comp that they've done this, because last year they're a bit of a whipping boy. The last couple of years they've been belted, but this is impressive.
Well, not just the last couple of years.
A long time, yeah.
Last, probably 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Have just struggled. But now they've got the big new school down there. Things are starting to roll along. They've got buy-in from a few senior players. They've been able to attract a few others. 3 in a row. The last time they did that was when they were in our Division 2, and we haven't had Division 2 footy for over 20 years.
Wow.
It's certainly rolling really well down there for Aldinga. And in saying that, they've won 3 in a row, but they could have had at least another couple of victories that they've lost by under a goal.
A couple of narrow losses, yeah.
They play Happy Valley this week. They beat them, they could be in the finals, in the top 5.
Well,
first time in how long?
In the first round, Happy Valley beat them by 4 points.
So how long? How long do you reckon it's been? Has it been at least
I don't think
20 years since Aldinga have played?
I don't think Aldinga have beaten Happy Valley in 20 years, no.
They play at Happy Valley. They play at Happy Valley, yeah.
But that won't hurt.
No.
That won't hurt Aldinga, because they're on the Aldinga ground is a big ground as well.
Yeah.
And we were there last week, and surprisingly, with the amount of rain that we had, the ground was in really good nick, because of course they hadn't played there.
Yeah.
In the first round, because they're having renovations to the change rooms. So that was their first home game for the season. So the ground will hold up. A Cinderella story would say, let's jump on the bandwagon, and I reckon they're a good chance, Aldinga.
Okay, they're a chance to beat Happy Valley.
Yeah, Happy Valley did have a good win on the weekend too. I should mention that over Christie's Beach by 42. But you touched on that the grounds. I was at an SANFL ground only a couple of weeks ago, and it was horrendous. The ground is dangerous. Yeah. Your ground's holding up pretty well through all the weather we've been having.
Yeah, they are because we're actually in that sandbelt area. So that it tends to drain really quickly, and it doesn't pull. A lot of clubs have now got the new irrigation systems in and whatever. But yeah, so our grounds are terrific at the moment.
All right, let's look at the weekend's games that are coming up, mate. Flaggy's up against Cove, your old club, mate.
Yeah, well, no, I'm Flaggies, man.
Oh, gee, you're good, aren't you, mate? Did you not coach at Cove, mate? Did you not coach
Oh,
it?
I did too.
So
yeah,
you've jumped off
right.
now, Flaggies are sitting up top. Gee, you're good, aren't
Well, I
you?
used to live at Flags. so-
Thank goodness Port have won 10 in a row.
Is that a
You'd be off
two-headed
there.
coin over there?
Yeah, you'd expect Flaggies to get this one.
Oh yeah, and they're at home and very hard to beat at home.
Wow, that is a biggie. No longer Christie's Beach. Now, Christie's Beach are now the struggling team, but no longer a bit of a...
Yeah, but we say that, but when you look at Christie's results, they haven't been horrendous. Last week was probably the exception, where they got done by 7 goals. But they've been in games up to three-quarter time, and it's just their lack of experience. They've got a good crop of young kids coming through, and when they actually gel and play to Tomo's game plan,
Yeah.
they look really, really good.
Yeah.
But they just can't sustain it.
Okay.
Morphett Vale, Ranella?
Well, the local derby.
Would you be nervous if you're Morphett Vale? Ranella would want some redemption.
You would.
Yep.
And Morphett Vale will be looking for redemption anyway because this corresponding game was Digger Day.
Yep.
And they got a hiding then. Morphett Vale, again, still struggling. You tip the black and whites, the Wine Flies, to get them. It is at Wheat Shift Road, which is a smaller ground. And if Morphett Vale can bottle you up, that's about the only chance I see. If they can restrict Ranella's scoring, they're in with a chance. But I don't see that they have the strength or the big man power to go with your Bailey Marshmans, Bormans, etc., who are 6'10" giants. Morphett Vale don't have the defenders capable of stopping that.
And Jars has got the bye.
Probably
Needs the bye after the Port Noarlunga defeat.
Yeah, well, and that was at the hands of Aldinga, who they beat in the first round. So, has the magic gone? I don't know.
No, there's those candles. You know, he likes to burn a candle while he's coaching in the coach's box. So obviously, with the wind and rain, he hasn't been able to keep the candle light. So once that blows out, he
Obviously went
loses
out,
his mind.
went out with a puff.
You know, mate, always good to catch up.
Good to see you,
Just
mate.
quickly before we let you go, Hall of Fame, August 6th.
Yeah,
Going to be a massive night.
Yeah, massive. We got 4 new inductees to induct into our Hall of Fame.
Do I need my suit?
Yeah, mate, shirt and tie, black tie.
Yeah.
And for the people who want to come along, who are interested, our very special guest is Super Carey. Peter Carey
Cool.
is the guest speaker. So
Brilliant.
if you want to come and have a listen to Pete and his story, get on
great
board
story
and
too.
contact the Southern Footy League and you can be able to get yourself a ticket.
It's a great story.
Big
Pete Carey.
weekend of footy coming up, the Southern Footy League. Get down there and support your team. As always, Craig, appreciate your time, mate.
Really,
Stay
mate.
with us. Still plenty to come on the show.